guys, welcome to the channel. Thanks for being here. Hey, the first thing we're going to do is unbox this Fender roller I've got and put it together, and then we're going to get it set up on the car and get things started. If you guys are interested in the parts I'm using in this video, I'm putting some links below. One is for the Fender roller that I'm using here. Another is for a different Fender rolling tool that I've been told is pretty good, but I didn't really want to try. And then there's also a link for a heat gun. It's one similar to the one that I've got. The first thing you're probably going to want to do is to remove your wheel and try to fit the Fender roller onto the hub. And what I found with mine, you can see here, is that the Fender roller is too long and it was up in the wheel well, and there was no way that I could get it to work. So I had to fully extend the suspension so that I could fit it in there and get the Fender roller to work properly. So you'll probably want to check for fitment first, to take a wheel off, see how it works, and then adjust from there. Alright guys, you can see how I've got that tool on there. Went through how to put it together as well. Those little spacers are meant to go in between your lug nut and the plate, just so that the end of the lug nut does not get pinched or basically widen out that little slot there for your lug nuts. Now you can see how far up in the wheel well that is, and I'm not going to be able to get even close to the lip right here, which is what I'm after. So you have to adjust your car. So I'm going to have to lower the suspension down, so I'll have to put some jack stands underneath the frame here. You can see I've got them underneath the rear end. So I'll have to move the jack stand from here, and I'll have to put it under the frame so I can drop the rear axle down. Not a big deal. Alright, so you can see I've got the suspension lowered down, so I've got jack stands underneath the frame of the car. I lowered the axle down, and now I can get this positioned here. So you're going to start with the roller pretty flat, right? Because this lip, it's flat, so you're going to start progressively tilting the roller more and more as you roll it more. I'll try to get you guys kind of up close so you can see. I don't know if that's good enough for you, but you can kind of see my lip. So this one I actually kind of beat on this with a hammer a little bit. This was a while ago, but I beat on it just to get that lip tucked in a little bit. What I'm going to be trying to do here is start with this entire lip, and I'm going to try to tuck the entire thing back in there. There's one thing that you'll notice about the Fox body wheel wells in particular, is that they're not a perfect circle. So you'll have to do it in stages. So this top part is lower than out here. You can see that my roller is away from the fender here, and then when I get here, it touches it. So what you're gonna have to do is do it kind of in sections, right? So from here to here you'll be able to get, and then you'll have to do from here to here, and then down there farther if you want to do that. So you'll have to do it in stages. So I start over here, get the roller kind of positioned, lock it down. So this knob here, you can loosen it and then slide the shaft out farther, and then adjust the tilt of your wheel, and then start rolling the first part of your fender. So you can see I can get right to about there. From here, I'm going to keep cranking it out a little bit farther. And then you can use this to pivot it. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this or not. Right there. See, it's kind of cracking a little bit. You can see right there as well. I kind of assumed it would do this, but I'm trying to put some drag radials on my car this summer, so I need to make sure I have room and I don't cut into the wheel. Alright, show you guys. I don't know if you can, yeah, there you go, you can see that. See how good that lip is tucked in there now compared to how it was. The other thing I don't like, you can see there that when it bends that corner, it ends up chipping paint. It is what it is. I mean, this isn't a show car by any means, but if you were doing a car that has to look better than mine, I would definitely recommend probably heating up just a little bit. You know, take a torch and get this a little bit warm so that the paint's more pliable and it bends, and the metal does too. But this works for me. I'll throw a little bit of touch-up paint. I've already got a bunch of rock chips on here anyway, so I'll throw some touch-up paint on it and call it good. Now for the other side. This is the passenger side now. The driver's side I got finished, at least as far as I'm going to take it. And this is the passenger side. So same story on this one. You can see that I beat the lip in a little bit on this side because it was kind of rough on my tire. So this one's not hanging out so far. What I'm going to do is just try to fold it in a little tighter. And then also get a little bit down over on this side here and a little bit over here so you can't see with the camera, but I'm going to try to get a little bit over here. I'm not going to worry so much about this part right down in here because your tire is not going to hit this. There's some people that really care about that. I could really care less. Your tire is going to move up and down on your axle, right? You've got your control arms that are going to keep the axle from moving front to back. So it's really just this up part that you're worried about here. So pretty much from right about here over to the same spot, I guess I'll show you in the camera here, to right about here, you can see where I kind of beat it in a little bit with my hammer before, but I'm going to go down as far as my roller will. I might get a little bit of this, but I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, tire's going to go straight up here and straight up over here. Be far enough over for me, and that gets really thick right in here. This part's really thick, so I might just hit it with a little bit of, I've got a body hammer I might just tap it in a little bit with, but otherwise you can see that lip looks pretty good. And then, like I said, over here, this is the back side of the car. Right to the camera focuses, but I went down to right about the molding here
And I bent this a little bit, but the tire's gonna go right up here, so it should be good. So the main thing is to decide how much you care about your paint. Mine didn't chip too terribly bad. You can kind of see this is rust. It's been there for a while anyway. But if you heat the paint up, you've got a lot less possibility of it cracking. The other side I didn't do that, and I didn't have my camera on when I did it on this side, but you can see it didn't do too bad. Like I said, my little fender well here has been rusted for a while anyway, so I did have some paint that was chipping, but there she goes. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful for those of you who haven't done it before. It's hot here. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you next time.